Yeah, basically, sort of 5 years ago, things were, really super tough for me. My marriage had failed. I was basically $700,000 in debt, with a failed business, and locked into really a downward financial spiral. And I was looking for a way for myself to get myself back on track. I knew that there was only one person who could change things, and that was me. So basically, I negotiated myself out of all but about $16,000 of that debt, and then I found myself with no job, no income, no assets, no car, and only $600 in the bank. And then luckily, I had a good friend then that told me and said this is great, Steve. Think of this as an opportunity, and from here you can do anything you want. You're in a fantastic position to start anything, and not many people have this opportunity. So that was sort of exactly the kind of thinking I needed at the time, and I needed to find better ways to create cash flow and build assets again, and create a better life for myself. Basically, the second time round. So what I ended up doing was I managed to borrow 2.5 grand from my parents to buy a car, and from there I used the last $600 I had in my bank account to buy some gear, and I filled up my car with petrol, and I drove around all the people I knew to find jobs like I do. I cleaned windows, I landscaped gardens, I painted, and then I'd sort of take all my living expenses out of the money I earned, and then I'd just put the last $10 of that sort of money that I had left or anything into my car, into petrol, and then I'd just drive around and find another job. And I kept doing this basically with always a bigger picture in mind. I knew that just there was a better answer rather than sort of working 9 to 5, or trying to create just a business. So I started looking on the internet, and I'd always been interested in the stock market, but I'd never found a mentor or anyone that could to teach me basically. So I found Peter Bland on the internet, searched him out, contacted him, and then basically started his passive options program. So I suppose forward there now, I've been trading with Peter for about 2.5 years. So say 5 years on, when I was in the financial trouble, I now sort of have a great painting business. I have shares in 4 rental properties, and then I trade options on the US stock market with Peter Bland for a really consistent monthly return. So it's fantastic, yeah. And I also have a new partner, and I also travel overseas if I can every year for a holiday somewhere. So basically, for me, that's only the start of what I'm going to sort of achieve, hopefully. So it's fantastic. So I'll just show you guys a couple of pictures of me. Just bear with me. Okay. Oops. So here we go. Yep, there's a picture of me in Thailand. Yep, and I can get back. I'm just new to Windows 8 as well, so it's hard to work out a little bit. But anyway, I will go back to the other information and things I was going to show you guys. Great, so this is, if you can see, if anyone wants to send me a chat and just make sure I can hear them, and they can hear me and see what I'm showing on the screen. Okay, so this is basically Peter's website, the leadership group. So Peter does 3 things. He has mindset, money, and adventure. So tonight I'm really just going to talk to you about the money side of it, the passive options trading that Peter has taught me. And probably the best way to show you guys is to we'll actually go through my account and have a look through it and look at some trades and things, and I'll explain how the whole process works. So basically, under this section here, okay, what it's done is just logged me out, so I'll log back in. Great, so under this section here, Pete has what basically happens. Just get it to work. It's just catching up a little bit, I think. Okay. What basically happens here? Hang on, I can't get it to work. Hang on, guys, just bear with me a second there. Sure why it's clicking over. There we go. I just had to go a lot slower. Never mind. Anyway, what I want to show you guys when it loads is these are the last recommendations that Peter did on the 20th of March. So these are the options that we have placed for this month. So on here is basically, yep, if you guys can see, is the stock name, the strike price, and the buffer, which is quite important for us, and the option bid, which is the price that we will receive for that option. So if we go down a little, scroll down, yep. So here's some the range. The stock prices have a whole range through them, really. So Peter puts out, say, 3 or 4 days of recommendations, so enough to fill all the options that we need to do. Okay. So if what we'll do now is we'll just go to my trading account, and this is my trading account here that you guys can see. So on there you'll see that I've got 3 options on at the moment. So I have AFSI, STX, and X. So if we go to positions, so I have just a small trading account that I'm building up, and I plan to keep building that trading account up. So also just want to say too that everything I'm showing you, I'm not a registered financial advisor at all, and this is just my trading account and how I've learnt to trade. So I'm not offering any advice or anything, and so yeah, just wanted to say that as well. Okay, so for the AFSI stock that I put on at the start of the month, we received 25 cents for that one. Yeah, which doesn't sound a lot, but it all adds up over time, which I'll show you guys how that works. So basically we received 25 cents, and as the month has gone on, the option price has come down a little bit. So now basically as we've got the option at 30 and the stock's trading here over 32.99, with only 2 days to go in the option cycle. It all sort of sounds a little bit complicated, but it's really easy to learn. So basically we received 25 cents, which was $25, and for this one here I have 5 contracts, so that's 125 US dollars I made on that particular stock. So what we'll quickly go to now is back over to the leadership group, and bear with me while I change just over to here. Great, so throughout the month Peter will also put out a summary of the positions for the month. So if we have a look down here, you'll see all the stocks that we've put on that various people, I mean, I've only got 3 positions on, but some people have bigger trading accounts and they're able to put 10, 20 options on. So here we go, above strike and trading well through here. Pete's just recommended this one here, Peabody. Pete said this is an earnings release, so it looks like Pete has recommended to roll that down to 19. So what happens when we roll, without sort of making too complicated, we basically roll that into the next month and we roll it down, say $1. Yeah, which we also gain a premium and make a small profit for as well. Okay, so these are all stocks. Yep, and then just above strike and trading well, above strike and trading well. Yep, so I feel you guys can see that. And there's tons of them, so they're all going really well. And then just to roll on one of these other ones here. Okay, so if we go back here, I'll just get to the top of the screen. Okay, so basically when you look at joining the leadership group and trading passive options, Pete has a Silver Fundamentals trial period, which has trial period online education. So great, we'll have a look at that. So you can see there, he's got some articles down here. Opening your account at Options Express account at level 4 with margin, and then some trial period recommendations. So all the education that Peter has for trading is all easily accessible on the internet, and you can watch all the videos. So I'll just show you a little bit more of the education. Silver Online Education, Silver Fundamental. So here, I hope you guys can see this a little bit. I'll just play a little bit of the video. And so this video here that Peter's got for the start of it is about 15 minutes long. And basically, Pete will run through everything here. Yep, there's Pete there.
Hi guys. Well, we're not staying at Coronet Peak up here above Queenstown. You can probably just see the lights of Queenstown in the distance there. What I wanted to cover in this section here is the importance of mindset.
Great, so that just shows you how basically you can watch all this online and learn how to do exactly what I'm doing. I probably learned it pretty quickly in a couple of months. Some people take a little bit longer, some people even take a little bit less. But it's very easy to learn, and yeah, with Pete as your mentor, yeah, I found him really great and really good at explaining and really focused. So yeah, fantastic. So I will just go through now and show you guys a few more things. Basically, over here we will go and have a look. So we've also got quite a group of people trading throughout Australia and a few in New Zealand. I've just got about 3 friends of mine in Nelson as well that are trading as well. So here's some people all on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. And Pete also runs a webinar every 2 weeks, which you're free to talk on the webinar and you can ask questions. It's basically like an open forum. Yeah. So go through. There's me there. Yep. With in Thailand. So okay, we'll go out of that now. And let's have a look at a couple of the stocks and how it works. So a couple of the ones that I've got here, I have STX. So I have STX, and we wrote the position for STX at 30. So what that means is we just basically, like insurance, we promised that we would buy that stock at $30. So at the moment you can see here in yellow it's trading at 34.73. So we've got the option at 30. So why would the people that own the stock at 34.73 want to sell us the stock at $30? They wouldn't. So basically, we've written the stock at the option at $30, which is way below what the stock is worth. And see how during the month the stock fluctuates up and down a little bit, which is well fluctuating above what we've written it at 30. So we always put options onto blue chip stocks in the S&P 500. So these are really, really good stocks. They just fluctuated up and down above our option price, and basically we receive the premium up front at the start of the month. So it goes into our trading accounts at the start of the month. We only write the positions for a very short time, which is about 4 weeks. And then at the end of that trading 4 weeks, the option will expire worthless. And basically we get to keep the premium. Yeah, so basically really just like an insurance company, say insuring a house or insuring a car. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just have a look at another stock that I have this month. No, it hasn't loaded it. Hang on. So it should be up the top. Yep, there we go. It's AFSI. Yep. So AFSI we also have at $30. So at the moment it's trading at $32.99. So you can see here it's just fluctuating up and down a little bit, but it's well above our option price. Okay, what I'll do now is we'll just look over into, yep, we'll go back to the leadership group. So feel free, if you guys want to send me a chat with any questions or anything, I can answer those as well. So just type in the little chat box and I will see that and I can answer any chats. So if you want to send me a chat, go ahead and do that. Okay, right. What we'll do now is just quickly go into my trading account, and we can go to account activity, just to show you how this works. So we'll go back. I'm not sure how far I can go back here, but I'll go back quite a few months of last year. Say August last year, and we'll just go to yep, so we'll just go back and let's go. So you guys have a look. So this is my trading account here, and this is, if you have a look, you'll see there's some, I mean, it's not a huge amount you make, but it all adds up to the 3 to 4% per month. So you can see here, I've got $111.89 I made there, which was on the 18th of the 3rd. Yep, and just go down a little bit more. We've got $98.92 I made there, $119.42, $83.94, $111.89. So all this adds up over the month, at the start of the month when you place the trades, to get that return of between 3 and 4% per month. So I'll also show you guys something as well. This is just a spreadsheet that I made up myself for my trading account. So it basically shows here me starting off with $10,000 in my trading account. Every month I'll put in $500. Yep, so that's all in US. The return that I make averages out between 3 and 4%. So here I've just got it 3.5%, so in the middle of that. It's showing the return that I get at the moment on $10,000 is about $367. So we'll just scroll down and you guys will see the power of compounding interest, just what happens to that $10,000. So this is over 6 years. So if we have a look, after 6 years, we keep scrolling down. It's quite amazing, really. There we go. After 6 years, I have $280,000 in my trading account. With trading it by putting in $500 per month. So if that's 1 year, 5 12s is 6,000, 6 is 36,000 has been put in there over 6 years, say. And with the 10,000, that's 46,000. But that has grown that account with the compounding interest of the return every month to 280,000 after 6 years. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's what I'm aiming for. And also that if I chose to, that could give me an income potentially there of $9,477 US per month. So I could live off that, I'm sure. Yeah, so that's quite comfortable. So quite a powerful strategy there, and that's sort of showing the kind of thing that you can do in 6 years, basically, or what I can do in 6 years myself. Yep. Okay, so what we'll have a look at now is, let's go back to my account again. So basically, we'll just recap on how it actually works. So at the start of the month, people put out recommendations. So here we go, silver recommendations. Yep, so throughout the month, he will put out, the start of the month, he will put out recommendations. So basically we go on, place the trade, and what I might do for you guys is just show you how quick and easy it is to actually place the trade. So all this information, Pete's analysts, and Pete analyze all the best stocks, pick the strike price. So basically you can see there's the buffer. That's the difference between the stock price and what we placed the option price on. So all of them have above 10%. Yep. Okay. And there is a yield before commission of 7% there. Yep. Okay. So if we go over, and I'll actually go through and pretend to put on a trade. So what I'll do, we'll call up a stock. Say we'll use one of the ones that I've already got, and just pretend that I'm going to put that into next month. So STX. So we'll go trade options. Yep, symbol. I'll type the symbol STX. Yep, Seagate Technology. So we'll go May 2013, and we want to write that at $30. So normally we would read off Pete's recommendations, and we would choose that. Sell to open. Okay. We always choose to go limit, but we don't know what the limit for this one is because it's okay. So what we do now is preview order. Whoops, in quantity. So we might want 5 of those. Say we did want 5 of those. Preview order. Okay, yep, there we have it. So that trade, all I have to do now is go place order. So you guys would have saw that took me basically a minute or less than a minute to put that trade on. So pretty easy. So that's all we have to do, and then throughout the month, just keep a little bit of an eye on it and follow Pete's. Pete puts out the summary of positions, so just follow what Pete puts out for that, Pete LeBland, and basically that's it. So very, very simple and very easy to do. I actually got my 5-year-old son. He had to go on that, and he actually placed the trade on for me with me just prompting him what to do. So not difficult at all. So what we'll do now is I'll just show you basically if you guys wanted to have a chat to me, here's my email, steve@addo.co.nz. So, and that's my name, Steve McKenzie. So just send me an email. I'm happy to call back anyone on Skype and have a chat to them. If you send me an email with your contact number, and I can give you a call on Skype. And if you want to chat about anything more in depth about how I found Peter's systems or how I found passive options, yeah, fantastic. But basically for me, my goal really is in the next 4 years to 5 years to sell my business, my painting business that I currently have, and I will look to trade full-time as an income, and that will probably take me about an hour a month, so I can have a really good income for just trading 1 hour a month. So that's my plan for 4 years. So I think that working smarter, definitely not harder, is the key. And what I've learned, I suppose, from my financial position is to seek out that knowledge and to find those mentors and those people that can really change things in your life. And I mean, it's got to be you to make that decision. And I spent a lot of time looking around and trying to find a good mentor. So I did a lot of research and found Pete. So yeah, I'd suggest if you want to have a bit more of a chat to me about that, send me an email on steve@addo.co.nz, and I'll be happy to have a chat to you, and also give you possibly Pete's number, and you can have a chat to him if you are interested as well. So I hope all of you do send me an email with any questions or anything. That would be fantastic. So I hope that was pretty good webinar for my first webinar, and you guys all enjoyed it. It is quite nerve-wracking and not particularly easy to talk to a whole group of people on a webinar, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, definitely feel free to send me an email, and I could have a chat to you. So thank you very much, everyone, and good night.